Good evening, everyone, or should I say good morning wherever you are. Thanks for tuning into my channel. If you like the content, just give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Although I don't have a lot of content on the channel yet, but I'm working on it. So today, guess what happened? The UAP report dropped, and as I suspected, it's a nothing report. It's a dry, boring report. There's no statistics, there's no numbers, there's no data analysis. It's just a dry, boring report. It's not even 70 pages like some people predicted. It's only 9 pages. The first page is just the title page, the last 2 pages says the appendixes. And that's pretty much it. It didn't have any list of like encounters over with the military and over major cities. I thought maybe they would have had those with times and dates and sightings over major cities, but no, it wasn't any of that. It was a dry, boring report. I'm so glad I didn't get my hopes up on this report. Um, I'm going to read a little bit for you from the report, starting with page 2, Scopes and Assumptions. The preliminary report is provided by the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, ODNI, in response to revision in Senate Report 116-233 accompanying the Intelligence Authorization Act, IAA, for the fiscal year 2021, that the DNI, in consultation with the Secretary of Defense, the SecDef, is to submit an intelligence assessment of the threat posed by unidentified aerial phenomenon and the progress the Department of Defense Unidentified Aerial Phenomenon Task Force UAPTF has made in understanding this threat. The report provides an overview for policymakers of the challenges associated with characterizing the potential threat posed by UAP while also providing a means to develop relevant processes, policies, technologies, and training for the U.S. military and other U.S. governments personnel if and when they encounter UAP, so as to enhance the intelligence community IC ability to understand the threat. The Director UAP Task Force is the accountable official for ensuring the timely collection and consolidation of data on UAP. The data set described in this report is currently limited primarily to U.S. government reporting of incidents occurring from November 2004 to March 2021. Data continues to be collected and analyzed. ODNI prepared this report for the Congressional Intelligence and Armed Services Committee, UAP Task Force. The ODNI National Intelligence Manager for Aviation drafted this report with input from USD, DIA, FBI, NRO, NGA, NSA, Air Force, Army, Navy/ONI, DARPA, FAA, NOAA, NGA, ODNIA/NIM, Emerging and Disruptive Technology, ODNI, National Counterintelligence and Security Center, and ODNI National Intelligence. And then it goes on to page 2 and it talks about executive summary. Basically, it's just repeating up the same jargon from the other paragraph. So yeah, it's just a nothing report. It talks about a few encounters, in 18 incidents described in 21 reports. Observers reported unusual UAP movement patterns or flight characteristics. Some UAP appear to remain stationary in wind, aloft, move against the wind, maneuver abruptly, or move at considerable speed without discernible means of propulsion. In a small number of cases, military aircraft systems processed radio frequency RF energy associated with UAP sightings. This is information that someone can easily find on the web. It seems to me that this report was something that somebody said in the office, just typed up. They probably just Google searched everything and just and type it up in the office. They didn't go out and do any footwork. They didn't knock on any doors. They didn't ask any serious questions. At least in my opinion, it's just a report that seemed like it was typed up in the office, rushed out to get out to the public so they could say, well, we gave some to the public. Hopefully they'll shut up now and quit asking questions. And that's it. It's just a disappointing report. But like I said, I didn't get my hopes up. I didn't think they would have anything credible in there that they would hand out to us. It's just something to give out to the public, just to shut us up, and hopefully we'll move on and forget about this subject. There was another topic in here that I wanted to bring up. Let me see if I can find it. It has something to do with the Air Force. Give me 1 second. Okay, here it is. It's on page 7. The majority of UAP data is from U.S. Navy reporting, but efforts are underway to standardize incident reporting across U.S. military services and other government agencies to ensure all relevant data is captured with respect to particular incidents and any U.S. activities that might be relevant. The UAP Task Force is currently working to acquire additional reporting, including from the U.S. Air Force, and has begun receiving data from the Federal Aviation Administration. Although United States Air Force data collection has been limited historically, the United States Air Force began a 6-month pilot program in November of 2020 to collect the most likely areas to encounter UAP and is evaluating how to normalize future collections, reporting, analysis across the entire Air Force. The FAA captures data related to UAP during the normal course of managing air traffic operations. The FAA generally ingests this data when pilots and other airspace users report unusual or unexpected events to the FAA air traffic control. In addition, the FAA continually monitors its systems for anomalies, generating additional information that may be of use to the UAP Task Force. The FAA is able to isolate data of interest to the UAP Task Force and make it available. The FAA has a robust and effective outreach program that can help the UAP Task Force reach members of the aviation community to highlight the importance of reporting UAP. So let's back up for a second. It talks about the United States Air Force and their data collection process, beginning a 6-month pilot program in November 2020 to collect the most likely areas to encounter UAP. You mean to tell me the Air Force just started collecting data in 2020? You really believe that? They started Project Blue Book. They've been collecting data since the 40s and so on. You tell me they're trying to say they've been collecting data just starting in 2020? Give me a break. Who's going to believe that? That's complete BS. And the FAA has been collecting data since forever, since they've been encountering these things. Like the major sighting over O'Hare in Chicago. So there's no way that the Air Force doesn't have more information since they started Project Blue Book. That's just ridiculous. They may not be sharing it. They definitely have information since the 40s. There's no way they just started a program in 2020 collecting information. That's just insane if they really expect us to believe that. So that's the main part I wanted to report to you. So yeah, that's it. A 9-page report. Only really is 6 pages with any relevant information. I wouldn't even say relevant information because like you said, there's no statistical data, there's no charts, there's no times, there's no naming of encounters, there's nothing in here. They talk about the Navy and their program for military officers to report sightings. Well, we already knew that. That was already in the news. They've already said that. So why put that in there? Give us something that we can actually talk about. Give us some credible information. So yeah, that's my thoughts. Disappointing report. I mean, they do talk about some anomalous sightings and stuff like that. But like I said, they don't put in dates or times or occurrences. There's no list in here. There's no charts. So I don't know. I don't know where we're going to go from here. for what I think that this is going to be the end of anything we hear from the government on the UAP subject. I don't think we're going to hear any more credible information from them. They're not going to give us anything. They're hoping we're just going to take this report, eat it up, and go away, and that's be it, and no more talk about it. So I don't know, people. I don't know what to tell you. I hope this isn't it, but we'll see what happens now. Very disappointing again. Very disappointed. But again, I'm not surprised. And that's all I'm going to say for now. Actually, I'm going to try to drop a link to the website where you can go and read this report. It's dni.gov. But if I don't drop a link, you can just go there. I'm pretty sure you can just Google it and pull up the report. Next week, I might decide to talk about abduction cases and UFO documentaries that you guys can check out. There's a good one that's out there called The Seeding. If you haven't watched it, it talks about abductions and hybrids and hybridization. So that's a good one. And there's another good documentary out there by James Fox called The Phenomenon. If you guys haven't checked that one out, but like I said, I'll probably do a video maybe this week, maybe next week about it. So that's all for now. Bye.